The US media has declared presidential candidate Joe Biden as the projected winner for the state of Nevada's 6 electoral votes after an incredibly tight race that took days of tallying. The margin between the two candidates was just less than 1% early on, but after the arrival of the mail-in ballots, Biden extended his lead over Trump with about 25,000 votes, reaching a victory with a 2% margin. Aiming to curb the spread of coronavirus, it was the first time Nevada had sent out mail-in ballots for all active registered voters, a move heavily criticized by the Trump re-election campaign. Local Republican Party officials have claimed that votes have been cast under names of deceased people and by non-residents, and they've filed a lawsuit over what they claim to be an improper use of an automated machine for signature verification. A federal judge in Nevada dismissed the request, suggesting the move was intended to slow down the counting of the votes. And despite assurances from the state and local election officials, crowds have gathered here every single day, objecting to the electoral procedures.
We all saw this coming because of the mail-in ballots and, all of the other ways that we knew that they were going to try to cheat to win. I think if we actually had a fair and honest election, that President Trump would have won by a landslide on Tuesday night.
Well, what's going to have to happen is that we're just going to have to continually show our support for our president and our rightfully so president. And President Trump's just going to have to keep fighting the good fight, just like I know him and his supporters are, to, even if it's not voter fraud, for God's sakes, at least knowing that it was a legitimate vote. That's what I care about.
We need a fair election. If it takes, hand-counted ballots, then so be it. But and when it's confirmed, then everybody goes home peacefully and we just accept the consequences of an election.
The Trump campaign is still planning to file a separate federal lawsuit in Nevada, but have not specified the exact nature of the allegations. It's not clear how this could play out in the court of law, as no evidence has been provided so far for the alleged irregularities. But it's likely that both protests and celebrations will continue in the coming days. Ediz Tiyansan, CGTN, Las Vegas, Nevada.